Yo, 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 yo. It's Buddy Wireless. You rocking with the Weather Watcher and For You Productions, and we about to do an out the hat interview. First question here. How involved are you in the process of making each song? I think as much as I possibly can be. It could be from making sure you're rested the day before you're going to record, maybe making sure that your bar is down as best as possible. Whenever we're just, no matter what the angle or the process is going to be that day, we're just going to play the beat, sit there, write what comes to it, workshop it, read it over 100 times, and then you just get into the recording. You know, some songs take longer. It could be, you know, I get inspired by books or movies or anything like that, or whatever dope line comes to me or anything like that. I mean, as much as I can be would be the simplest answer. Okay, what are your have-to-dos while getting ready to perform? Very good question. I actually kind of like to have a moment alone, or if I can use the bathroom really quick, for some reason I really have to pee before, like 5 minutes before I get on stage. Jumping around, making sure that I have room temperature water. Cold water closes your throat. Making sure that everybody's ready to go up there. Make sure that you do sound check, never miss sound check. Make sure that your DJ has your beats, of course. Yeah, that's about it. Whoa, this is so much fun. Okay, these are good questions. Oh my God. Would you rather fight one horse-sized pug or 10 pug-sized horses? Oh, Jesus. That would be very difficult. I think 10 pug-sized horses, maybe. I would just love on all of them, honestly. That's what I would do. Here we are. Okay. Name 3 things it takes to be successful as an independent artist. Showing up to it like a job. I would say showing up is the biggest thing, probably. Even the days that you don't want to matter more than the ones that you do, because that's when you're really going to be tested. And a third thing is, I think you have to at least find some part of it that you enjoy. Otherwise, I don't see what's worth it about it, because some of it's going to be difficult, but you have to find parts of it that you love, and, you know, putting your heart into it, I think, would be the third one. All right, next. All right. So, say I want a Buddy Wireless feature. How would one go about this? I'd say I'm pretty chill about most of those things. I would say contact me through the right network, though. Hit me on my email, hit me in my DMs, or I think an email at buddywireless1@gmail.com. That's how I would do it. Can you explain the meaning and the title of your project? For those that don't know, the title of the new album coming out is Happy Don't Rhyme With Quittin. That title came about by, you know, there's in between my last project, Who, What, When, Where Wireless. I think one thing that was halting me was I wanted to make something. The process isn't always going to be the same, but you feel moments where you're like, man, I'm comparing it to this project, and I want to do something like that, but it made me feel like I wanted to give up in a way, but also I can't live without making music because I love it so much. My happiness, although sometimes music doesn't always make me happy, I wouldn't be happy if I quit making music, because it weaves in and out of every other part of my life, and that's why Happy Don't Rhyme With Quittin. So that's why I called the album that. Let's see here. What are some of your biggest inspirations the past 7 months musically? The first one that comes to mind is Ransom. That dude is nasty on the mic. He's probably one of my biggest inspirations right now. He just makes me want to go and write. Classified, always Classified. Always a good go-to. I read the book Atomic Habits this year. That book has been huge on the way that I've been making. You make little 1%, whether it's a little thing in your day that you do every day, little habits add up to the big picture of what you got going. And that's been a huge formula for me to be inspired. I gotta say, my man Bozzy's beats, dude. I can't lie. Like, that dude cooks up beats. He's got gifts, dude. If it wasn't for that and him just, you know, sometimes he'll cover the blind spots on me, and I think that honestly that keeps me sharp. You kind of get out of your own head a little bit, and that's inspiration in itself. So, where do you draw inspiration outside of music? I think having a good conversation with somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time is really cool. Like talking like my dad or someone like that. Or you don't even notice how much it impacts you after you left or spent a day with them or something. Movies are huge. I like a really cool plot line, or someone who, like, I've been binging on the Rocky movies. That dude's huge inspiration to me. As old school as those are, classics. Reading books, being outside, I think going on hikes, or, definitely lots of yoga, hitting the gym, things like that, kind of when your mind's going fast and ideas coming. I think those are all good things that inspire me outside of music. Let's see here. What has been the biggest challenges working on your last project? What has been the biggest challenge working on your last project? I think it's been getting in contact with people, or having to line up people's schedules has absolutely been the biggest holdup. You could be ready to go and everything's ready to go, and last minute changes, you just have to adapt. It could take, like on the project, we met up with Katie Hippert, who did really dope vocals on the project. It took us like 6 weeks to get one of the sessions with her. Sometimes, and if that session didn't work, it's like, it's so slim, or one of the 3 people can't do it, or, so I'm just blessed the way that things have come together. Yeah, I think that's the biggest hurdle. What are your standout records on your latest project? My favorite is probably, I really like, of course, Blocking My Light is very close to my heart. I like a song that actually me and Nesto G actually did, the Weather Watcher. Running, that one came together really dope. And the Run DMC sample on theirs, that's classic to me. The Gladiator one we did was pretty tight. Shout out to the LOC who did the cuts on that. And I think Belly of the Dragon with Echeverria, with Eche. She did something really special on that, and I don't really have any other song like that, so I think that's one of my favorites. Okay, next question. Okay, what are some artists you had to call upon for this project, and was it intentional? I think it was really dope for any artist I had to reach out to. It was just like a friend of a friend, or someone actually I didn't know them before they came to the studio. And that actually happened with Eche and Katie Hippert. I did not know them at all before they came over to the studio. It was just through a third-party channel or something like that. Friend of a friend, like I said, and they just sent it through, and we all got to know each other, and it just actually happened to work really well. Intentional, I mean, yeah, I did actually ask, going out and asking for help is a big one, and that actually made the project come together by just being like, hey, just put it out in the universe, and it worked out that way. So it was beautiful how it came together. Some of your most memorable moments while performing. There's been good and bad, I guess. I've thrown CDs out and hit somebody with a CD. That doesn't really feel very good. I'm sorry for whoever that was. I don't know, you take shots of people on stage, or, you might have a mess up on stage where, you're jumping around with your boys up on stage, just getting rowdy, and the set goes well, and you're just like, you're all in it, and as fun as it is and how much time you spend preparing for your stage show, it's like it goes by like a snap, and you don't really forget being on stage. There's no feeling like that. I think it is one of my favorite places to be, for sure. Yeah, I think, I don't know, people spilling stuff, or there was a girl at a Montana show that was spilling drinks all over the front of the stage, and you just kind of have to not trip over your mic cord, and you're getting beer on your shoes and not getting distracted while people are, cleaning up beer or freaking out, or, you just kind of got to keep remembering your lyrics. So that's all the questions that we have, man. This is Buddy Wireless again. Thank you for rocking with the Weather Watcher and For You Productions, and I hope you go bump the album, Happy Don't Rhyme With Quittin. It's out everywhere, and thank you.
Committed sins and the winds, it depends on the weather. However, my niggas finna spin again. Out the window they shooting, I'm blowing chronic in the lens. I've been showing and proving just how in depth a nigga get.